So after a couple of technical difficulties, we're finally ready to get started on Bleed, any percent new game plus from your everyday speedrunner. Now I have no idea what to tell about this game, but I'm sure we have someone who knows exactly what's going on.
I do. I have a word beforehand. Bleed is a indie game. There is a side-scroller shoot 'em up with some minor bullet hell mechanics. Before I start, I want to say hi, guys. Some people know what I'm talking about. So we're playing on New Game Plus. That means I have everything I need unlocked and ready to go. So without further ado, can I get a countdown? Alright, the right weapons are. Right. So yeah, this is Bleed. And first of all, you see some of the movement tech of this game is dashing forwards. And also an other gimmick we have in this game is slowing down time, like that. In the top left corner you see my health bar in red. And my time stop, power, recharge bar in yellow. To the top right, it might be a bit confusing. First of all, you see my score. That's what's supposed to happen. And this is a grade next to it. It's either blank, D, C, B, A, or S. Basically, you raise that rank by dealing damage and dodging bullets. And this weapon I'm using right now is affected by that grade. The higher the grade, the stronger the weapon. Also, you'll see me switch in between weapons a few times, because the more variants in your weapons you use, it makes your bar grow faster. This is the first boss fight. The helicopter we just fought is the first mini boss. This is Guppy. It's basically your very basic slime enemy that once you kill it, it splits up into multiple enemies. And that was Guppy. That's not worth an applause. Yeah, maybe a little bit about the story of this game. As far as I understand it, we're trying to be the best hero of all time, so we need to kill all the previous best heroes in order. So we just killed Guppy. Now we are on to 2 worms, which name I forgot. One is named Stew, I believe. And basically every level has the same kind of pattern to it. You have one mini boss fight and one real boss fight. Except this level only has the real boss fight. But in later stages we'll have 2 mini bosses.
So, what is the main difference between New Game Plus and any percent, or the non-New Game Plus version?
Well, basically in New Game Plus we have all upgrades, all weapons we need. Normally the health bar is way shorter, and also the time stop ability bar is way shorter.
So just everything is bigger, better, and stronger.
Yeah, basically. Oh shoot. Something I want to do, I didn't see it at the start, but every game over I take, I'll donate €2. And if I don't take any game overs, I'll donate 5.
Ooh, money incentives. I'm gonna hold you to that, by the way.
Oh yeah, you may. I want you to. Let's see. This boss is pretty just 2 worms trying to get us. With the time stop ability, you see me tapping it every time I use it. It's so I get more use out of it in the long run. Because every time I'm not using the time stop ability, it also recharges. So if I constantly tap it, I get more use out of it. So now onto the 3rd level, where we're gonna face the robot, I believe. Also, these lasers will make alarms go off, and all these small enemies will go after us. Right, upcoming is a kind of interesting, not really mini boss fight. First, we gotta kill all these small droids, I believe they are. They always spawn in the same pattern. Right, so now we're gonna switch our weapons real quick to the mines and the chainsaw. I'm gonna throw some mines down there because the spider core is now going to spawn. Oh, that's yours already.
Rip. I'll let you focus on this boss fight, but I do have a quick question afterwards.
Oh, that's alright. But that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, what was your question?
You said that the little thingies that spawn just before the boss,
Yeah.
that those were in a set pattern.
Yeah.
Does that mean that this run is generally very low RNG, or?
Yes, it's not RNG heavy. There are some cycle-based, recycle-based, like the attacks the bosses use are, I believe, random. And if not, they at least feel random. So this is the robot, or something white Mark II, I believe its name is. Funny thing is, the other weapon I use, not the dual pistols, but this one, is called white. And I'm taking way too much damage. Right, this is a nice attack. So normally we can't shoot through the ring it has around itself. When it shoots it away, I can easily damage it. Now we're gonna fight off the Racer, which will fight on a bullet train. And it's a henchman, I believe I can call it, will go after us. That warning sign just meant we're going into a tunnel. I will take damage if I hit the roof of the tunnel. I'll take it safe here. Go. There are also different characters in this game, but this one, the main character, the basic character, is pretty much the best. Easiest to use. There's no weird mechanic that either makes it harder to use or easier to use. So this is the Mantis robot, kind of easy to fight. But there, just it lives for a while on a small slimmer of health because it can't die when we're inside of a tunnel. Because the way it dies is it hits a tunnel. Also, a mechanic in this game is if I don't damage anything for long enough or dodge any bullets, then my score, my grade will go down. So I'm trying to dodge some bullets left and right, just so I can keep my score up, and colorful weapon will be more powerful. So let's see if we can kill this in single cycle. There she is, the Racer, Bunny Rocket. It's kind of an easy boss fight. They're all not very difficult, but that was Bunny Rocket. Do you by any chance have any donations?
Not as far as I can tell. I can talk about random other stuff. I can continue asking you questions. What would you like?
Well, feel free to improvise.
Okay, so you talked about the other characters, or you mentioned that there are other characters and that some have like
Yes.
weird abilities.
Yes.
What are some examples of those weird abilities?
There's a character that's a robot called White Mark I that only has this colorful weapon, but it starts out fairly weak with just normal white balls. So in that case, it would be very strong, if you could keep your grade up all the time. But to get your grade up, you need kind of neat other weapons. There's also a character I don't want to spoil yet. But he recharges his time stop ability by shooting and dodging bullets. Also, dashing for him costs energy.
So that ladder grade mechanic is actually a very important mechanic to a lot of the other characters as well.
Yeah, but especially to the weapon, the white weapon.
Yeah.
We're now fighting the cores, I believe they are. I also forget the names. And this is the only stage I talked about that has 2 mini-bosses in it. And there it goes. So now comes a small section where we have to dodge bullets that come flying at us. They will grow exponentially bigger unless we shoot it. And this is also a part where I have to dodge these bullets in like as closely as I can to keep up my score. So the upcoming mini-boss is won't be any trouble. Also, to get this weapon, this one, you need to finish the game on very hard mode.
Which I'm assuming is very hard.
Well, it isn't an easy task, let's put it like that. For casual play, it's very challenging. But again, everything is in set patterns. Where you know what you can expect from bosses. Only just, I think it's some places it's a very lazy way of making the game harder. By just spawning more enemies or having them deal more damage. But then again, there's not much other things you can do. And this is Battalion, a hive-minded hero. This is actually a boss that's can be very fast or very slow based on his RNG. So the first attack he did, he changed into a rocket. That's a very fast attack, this one. Because you can easily do a lot of damage on him. Because, well, he follows us. And this shark is less nice. If you get quite good luck and you have a S rank and use the white weapon, it can be over in 3 attacks. Alright. It's Battalion. So we're now going on to the dragon, which is, oh, no, that's the shop. Not running shop percent. I don't know if sure that's a thing, but...
I bet it would be a really cool thing if it is, though.
I'll probably make it a thing then.
Let's make it a thing.
Yeah. So this kind of looks weird, but that's because we got eaten by a dragon. The #1 best hero of all time. And we're inside a giant apple. That's how we got eaten.
Or are you just really small and this is a normal apple?
That would be a very small dragon, and that's not impressive.
Fair.
So now we just gotta find our way to the dragon's heart and rip it out. That's the mission objective. Rip out the dragon's still beating heart. I skip over it pretty quickly, but this game has some, well, quite funny introductions to everything. Also, it's kind of self-aware. It knows it's in a game. I believe the full story is that our main character actually writes this story and we play in the story. So this is the bubble core, and I hate the bubble core. It can be quite difficult to not get hit here, because you'll be shot from every angle. That's where time stop ability comes. It's very handy, because you can more easily dodge things, as you see, and I still get hit. As you see, if my time stop ability runs out, I need to recharge it to a full bar without upgrades. So in this case, that's like half a bar. Also, I believe these cells are kind of the dragon's immune system. With the yellow ones that explode when they get killed. So they leave out 4 bullets. Also these more purple ones that are more aggressive towards you. They actively try to kill you. The yellow ones don't follow us, they don't shoot at us, they don't really do anything besides just existing. Now we're gonna shoot the dragon's heart. There it is. And the walls are going to close in on us and move away. There are spikes on it, so I'm not gonna touch them. And I wasn't paying enough attention, so I got hit. Luckily to this boss, there isn't really a attack that's better than the other. I like this one the most because to me it's easy to just dodge those bullets. As I get hit, of course. So now the dragon explodes. We are left on a small shimmer of health.
Yeah, that looked like it was gonna go wrong, or could have gone wrong very, very quickly right there.
Yes. So we just skipped over a cutscene where the dragon tumbled to the ground and the idiots, as we call him, took the credit for it. So now we're gonna go after him because, hey, we killed that dragon. Now we have to fight every enemy again, but in robot form. You can see we're working our way up from level 1 all the way up to the second last level, the level before the dragon. If you have anything to say, go ahead.
I probably do. Let me see. I should have probably thought of this before, but
no worries.
you know, we got some really cool games coming up very shortly after this run. First of all,
can I go really quickly?
Oh yeah, sure.
That's that guy over there. That's the blonde idiot. That's one of the playable characters if you finish the game on very hard mode. He blew up the roof of the building we're standing on. That's, I believe it's a museum. And now we have to fight every boss again, but ×2. So there are 2 versions of the boss. They don't have as much health. As you can see, they die rather easily. There we go, and we fight them in reverse order. So first we have the hive minds, now we have the razor again. And something I didn't explain about the Razor when I was fighting her. If she dashes, you can only hit her when you use your time stop ability. Kind of have to watch out here. Let's see. Alright, that was unfortunate. Might go game over here again. Luckily, we don't have to do the entire boss rush over then. Just the boss we're on currently. Let's see if we can survive on this little bit of HP. There we have Gippy as 2 again. But also ×2, so there are now 4 worms attacking us. Luckily, these have more predictable patterns. Alright, now we have the Guppy again, but ×2. Oh dear, that's not a whole lot of HP.
Is that even any HP?
Well, I'm still shooting, so I'm gonna say yes.
Fair.
Also, something I should mention, there is a part 2 of this game, which I sadly haven't got a chance to play yet. Right. Before we fight the idiots, I'm gonna set my weapons again. The chainsaw and the mines. So let's see if we get a good attack. Right, you can work with this. The chainsaw does a whole lot of damage, but you have to be a plus. And time, by the way. Sorry, I was paying attention. Sorry, I was in time. So that was bleed. And now we get a small little cutscene like, hey, we beat him. By the way, this cutscene I skipped as well is like the world saying like, "Hey, we don't want that blonde idiot. We want her," and now we're loved by the entire world. Gotta speed choice a little bit. Let's skip this. Skip the credits, and then we have this screen. Ah. So yeah, that was Bleed. I went underestimate. Yes, it wasn't a very good run, but I didn't start de-rusting until like last night.
And it looked very clutch there at the end, which
I clutched it. I think that's worth the €0 as well. I'll donate €5 later.
yay! More money to charity is always a good thing, and thank you for that awesome run of Bleed. Next up is the Nanoman run by Jelly Dots, any percent category. So we're gonna quickly go for a short break, and hopefully this time a shorter break than last time, by the way. But let's see. Let's get things going.